Hi there. I'm Carol Sanick, and this is Carol Sanick Unscripted. And I got lost in the kitchen this morning. Boy, did I get lost. We have that storm rolling in, and I had a 6-pound prime rib in my freezer. Why I was saving it, I have no idea. But I figured today was a really good day to roast it and slice it. What a mess. But it was fun. That's what I want to talk about today. The things we do when our worlds flip. So I'm recording ahead of this ice storm, and I don't know what's going to happen when I send my episodes to my production dude who's in Mississippi. So he's probably getting the storm too. But, this is the kind of storm that makes you do your laundry early. Gosh, I hope that anybody who's listening who was involved in this storm had more than 7 days of underwear, because you could be out of power for longer than that. And we check our flashlights twice, and we mentally prepare for the neighborhood generators that sound like semi-trucks idling outside your window, which is another reason why I needed to get these done. Storm prep always brings me back to something I talk about often. Life doesn't pose for us. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It just keeps rolling, and we roll with it. We all have this fantasy that we'll get to our creative work, our healing, our reinvention, when things, calm down. Yeah, when does that happen? Because the truth is, life rarely calms down. It shifts. It surprises us. It throws storms at us, literally and emotionally. And we learn to move inside them. We have to. What other choice do we have? Take Rosie, for example. Oh, yeah. Somebody come and take her. No, I'm just kidding. My wonderful dog. My absolutely wonderful dog, who has done nothing wrong since she outgrew puppyhood. Ate part of a rug. Oh yeah, she must have found a loose thread and she just kept pulling on it. Now I'm watching her like a hawk, waiting for fibers to show up. They have. And she did upchuck a tennis ball sized group of them. Talk about wanting to upchuck myself. Yeah. But life kept happening, and the storm kept coming, and the to-do list didn't shrink, and in the middle of it all, she reminded me how resilient we are, how we bounce back, how we stay close to the people who make us feel safe. This girl hung around me like Velcro for several days after this happened. I have to tell you about the visit to the vet. The vet is absolutely the most freaking wonderful vet I've ever had. He examined her from head to toe. He sat on the floor, and she sat next to him, and he chucked her ears, and I'm thinking, oh God, she's going to yip, and she didn't, because she hates having her ears looked at. He said her teeth are perfect. They're clean. She doesn't need dental work yet. Well, of course not. She chews hard bones, and that takes care of tartar. But when they took her for the x-ray, she turned and looked at me like, aren't you coming, Mom? And I said, no, honey, you have to go by yourself. Yeah, this is the heart of what I teach, and it's what I'm writing about in my next book, Held. Reinvention doesn't happen in a quiet cabin in the woods. It happens in the middle of storms. It happens with dog emergencies, grief, laundry, you name it, it happens. And life happens too, and it refuses to slow down. We build ourselves in motion. We heal while we're still carrying things. We rise even when the timing is terrible. So if you're listening to this and you're in your own storm, literally or emotionally, I want you to know you're not behind, you're not failing, you're living. And sometimes that's the bravest thing we do. Stay warm, stay steady, and keep choosing yourself even on the storm days.